You want to get off the stairs there, Dogmeat? Maybe... Yeah, good. Dogmeat does not know how to use stairs.
We'll start talking as soon as you go to sit your ass down.
You know what? I'm going to take my character's hood off here. Hang on.
Why would you take the character's hood off? Your character looks terrible.
Because...
You look
no,
like
see, she doesn't look so bad there.
Oh my goodness. Just threw up a little bit. Hello, welcome to the Triple S League. We are here to talk to you about survival.
Survival mode.
Survival mode is in beta, and it screws up a lot of people's mods. Actually, it downright turns them all off and creates a little handful of slight problems there. But that's okay because, you know, Ash can do this on his computer because my computer is modded up the. I have almost 150 mods installed already. Whew. It's just a few.
See, even she's giving you a face palm there.
So, how have you enjoyed the survival mode beta this far? This is the beta that you're playing.
Yes. So this is Fallout 4 update 1.5 has an update to the survival difficulty. So instead of just amping up the difficulty the same way, you know, you'd go from moderate to hard, it actually adds a bunch of different game mechanics. So it's more of a sort of survival type game. And it's actually been quite fun and quite a different experience because there's no saving allowed. You can't just save anywhere you like anymore. You have to find a bed in order to save. Like, you have to actually sleep. Sleeping...
For at least an hour, right?
For at least an hour, which is the smallest amount you can sleep. But sleeping for just an hour no longer restores all your health like it did in the easier difficulties. It restores some of your health. If you sleep for longer, it restores more of your health. But the length of time that you're able to sleep is affected by the type of bed you're trying to sleep in. So just a mattress on the ground or a sleeping bag doesn't give you as good a sleep as sleeping in a full bed.
I tried to do that once. I tried to sleep off a broken leg. Didn't really work that well.
Yeah, that's another thing. So after combat, your broken limbs no longer just automatically heal themselves. You have to stim pack them. And there's various other changes. There is a detailed help menu devoted to survival difficulty. So survival difficulty is trying to make it more immersive. Some of the basics I already mentioned. Manually saving and quick saving is disabled. There are some auto saves still in the game, thankfully. But in order to save your game, you have to find a bed and sleep for an hour. You have to keep yourself healthy. You have to actually eat and drink in order to stay healthy. If you don't eat and drink, you start to get fatigued, which means that your action points start to get eaten up in a very similar way to how your hit points get eaten up by radiation damage. As far as combat goes, you deal more damage, but you also take more damage. There's a new perk called Adrenaline, which levels up as you get kills. And as it levels up, then you actually deal more and more damage. So every time you get a kill, you know, the damage that you deal out goes up a little bit. But it goes down when you sleep. So there's that trade-off, you know. You stay awake for longer, you become a more lethal killing machine, but, you know, eventually you have to sleep, you know, or you become fatigued.
All right, fast travel. What's the thing with fast travel?
So fast traveling is disabled completely, permanently. It doesn't matter if you've been to the location before or not. You're walking. That's the way it goes. And your carry weight has been reduced as well. And more things weigh more. Bullets, all ammunition, and aid items like stim packs now have weight to them. And it's not much, but...
A lot more inventory management then. Maybe when you're out of ammo, you're just going to drop that one gun.
Mm-hmm. So there's Adrenaline, which I already talked about. Okay, the compass. Enemies no longer appear on your compass. And locations of interest don't appear until you're much closer to them. Combat, both you and your foes are deadlier than ever, it says here. So, much like real combat, you know, you can't empty your entire clip into an enemy and, you know, have them survive or just get down to a few hit points left. It's, a couple of shots and they're gone. But at the same time, a couple of shots takes you out too. So you really have to play more strategically. And I'll put up some footage from my first hour of playthrough, and you'll see my untimely demise. This is one of the biggest changes here: rest, wellness, and fatigue. As I mentioned before, the type of bed you sleep in determines the length of time you're able to stay asleep. And sleep is important, not just for saving your game, and not just for healing up, but you actually get tired, you get fatigued, which starts to eat up your action points. And if you don't have many action points, you can't use VATS and you can't sprint. And I haven't found out what happens when you get to 100% fatigue yet, but we're actually going to test that in this video. You also have to eat and drink. Those also, if you're hungry or thirsty, you get fatigued faster. They also debuff your special stats, which I'll demonstrate again, where you can see that in your Pip-Boy. Here on the status screen of the stats tab, you have these little icons that are showing that I am currently hungry and thirsty. You also see them just during normal play down below the action points bar. And you can see the red bar starting to expand. So my character is getting a little fatigued. Just a little bit. When you're on this screen, you're going to hit the Q key, and it shows you just how hungry or thirsty you are. I'm peckish, so I'm a little bit hungry. It's bringing down my endurance rank, and I'm a little thirsty, so it's bringing down my intelligence rank.
I don't really get that one, but all right.
Well, your brain needs water, man.
Well, you must not drink much water on a daily basis. So,
shut up.
Carrot juice, that'll help you. It'll help your perception, too.
Perception. Hunger and thirst also lowers your immunity. You can get diseases in survival. So as I mentioned before, fatigue works like radiation, but affects your action points rather than hit points. So things that can give you illnesses include eating uncooked meat, drinking unpurified water, taking damage from certain enemies, and using harmful chems. When you have an illness, you'll be alerted to the fact that you have an illness. Some of the illnesses you can get, if you want to pause the video and read those, go ahead. Doctors can heal your wounds and your diseases if you have the caps for it. You can
I like how they say that. And they can banish diseases. They're banished to the ultra realm.
The power of Todd compels you. You could also take antibiotics, which you can craft or find around. Herbal remedies are also things you can craft, or you can find them in various places or buy them. They lower your chances of developing illnesses. And, see, now it gets even more complicated. So when you pop that rat away to get rid of that radiation damage, well, that's going to leave you with reduced immunity for a little while. So, don't be drinking from the river.
So really what I'm seeing here is that it's really not going to be encouraged to run around naked anymore.
Basically, the key to survival mode is just don't do anything ever at all.
Okay.
Don't even launch the game and you'll be fine.
Okay, so maybe just sit in Sanctuary and grow tomatoes?
Yeah, and then eat them. Drink from your water pump.
Build some walls.
Just build yourself a nice little shack. Eat your melons and your mute fruits and your razor grain. A nice vegan diet. Just stay away from everybody and everything, and you'll be fine.
I like the risk versus reward. This is gonna be really cool when you get like a berserker weapon. It's gonna be like, well, I can kill anything in one shot, but if something sneezes at my naked body, I'm pretty much toast. Yeah. So
it's going to be absolutely.
So hilarious. So crippled limbs no longer auto heal. Companion healing.
So normally your companion just sort of auto heals when the combat's over.
Or if you run away, they kind of just get up and keep fighting, and you just like sit on the edge of the threat zone, and that's not exploiting at all.
Not so much in survival. If they go down, they're down, and they're down after combat ends, unless you stim pack them. And if you leave the area, they'll sort of regain consciousness and wander back home and wonder what the hell happened and why they're still alive. Some tips here. The value of food or drink items is a good way to determine how much that item will counter your thirst and hunger.
Can't wait for the modders to fix that.
Fix which at?
Same with the food bonus effects. That seems a little weird that when you're eating a rad stag steak, you're only going to get a benefit from it if you're completely full. So it's like, well, I just had this giant meal. I'm like stuffed to my gourd. I'm feeling really great. I'm going to pound down a steak, and then that way I'm going to be able to carry more for a longer period of time. Like, it's just...
Well, I mean, how does a rad steak give you that bonus in the first place, though? I'm surprised they didn't just do away with the food bonus effects.
I am a little surprised at that. The Skyrim realistic needs and diseases, there's going to be a mod that's going to come to Fallout 4 that's very much like that. That will fix and change a lot of these things. Like it's a big step in the right direction, but some of the stuff, it needs just a little bit more tweaking.
Well, it is still in beta, so some of this might change.
It's still
right?
still beta.
Counter effects. So certain other things, consumables, do different things. For example, chems and alcohol will dehydrate you. Caffeine makes you hungry for some reason.
Weighted ammo, we kind of covered
We've talked about most of these last few things. Your carry weight has been reduced. Ammo now has weight and fusion cores. No more carrying around 36 fusion cores with no weight penalty. If you exceed your carry weight, it reduces your stats and actually does damage to you. So, if you're thinking about just trudging across the wasteland back to your home with like a whole crap ton of stuff, nope, not going to happen. You're going to have to pick and choose. And that's really what I think survival mode is about. It's about forcing you to make choices. Unlike the way I play normally, if you've been watching my playthrough of the main quest or of AUTOMATRON, you can see I carry like 1,300 different weapons that I use in various situations, and I've got ammo out the wazoo for all of them. Well, yeah, you can't do that anymore. Also, enemies and loot repopulates more slowly. Also, I don't know if we mentioned this, but your health and stuff regenerates more slowly if you use a stim pack. And one other little note: strong back rank 4 has changed because they've eliminated fast travel. Now, what it does, it allows you to exceed your carry weight without taking damage, but it doesn't let you fast travel. They've completely eliminated fast traveling, and that also really changes up how you play. For example, it's going to make trade routes between your settlements more important. It also, this difficulty level makes your settlements more important in general. You're going to want to have some resources behind you as you...
well, you're also going to want to be able to, hit up, I need to save... Do I trek, 40 minutes across the wasteland, or do I just hit up the settlement I got over here?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Now let's see what happens. You just woke up.
Because we're just past my save point. I had just slept, so I'm gonna wait now.
There's no weariness. There's no fatigue. Let's wait for 24 hours.
So my character has been sitting on this couch for 24 hours, and good old dog meat just, Oh, now we've been here for a day, and now you find whatever it is you just found? Now you can see I've got some red markers down in the bottom. Just wait, dog meat. I'll be there in a minute. The markers down there are red. Things are not going good.
So it looks like, hungry, you end up losing charisma, you end up losing endurance, and you end up losing luck. The luck I don't get. I don't know how eating or drinking can really affect your luck status, unless, of course, you're drinking wine at a party, if you know what I mean.
What we don't know is if it always affects these stats, or if it is affecting my highest ranked stats, because that is what it seems to be doing.
Okay, all right. So maybe it's just affecting...
So I don't know if that's just a coincidence, or if it is targeting, the stats that I have the highest ranking in.
All right. So what do you got for food?
Let's see here. So I've got myself some Brahmin meat, so raw.
Okay. Herbal stimulant. That sounds kind of new.
This, this is, it mentioned that in the help. So I've got this herbal stimulant that I found, and it gives you a resist if you see, as you can see there.
Pound it.
I'll have my grilled
mole rat chunks.
Oh yeah, the mole rat.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm not sure if these are.
That's cooked.
Okay, those are cooked. You feel better,
Yes.
but still hungry. Okay, so I'm gonna eat a little more.
Okay.
The mutton chops.
Mutton chops. Yeah, that's good. Eat that. NUKA-COLA Quantum. Yeah, pound that.
That's a caffeine. Okay.
All right, and then.
I feel the caffeine in my veins. So.
Caffeine. Okay.
Some pork
right,
and beans
so
and crap.
And
I just ate the Brahmin meat. Hope that doesn't make me sick.
So you went from 38 action points up to 51 just by drinking those things. Now you're still very dehydrated.
I don't have anything to drink, except I drank that NUKA-COLA. I don't know if that helped my thirst or not, but oh crap! Now I have an infection. Damn it! I should not have eaten that raw meat. Should have listened to my mother.
I told you not to eat the raw meat.
No, you didn't. Tell me not to eat the raw meat.
I didn't say pound it. So
don't go back on the recording. You did not say don't eat the raw meat. You didn't say to eat the raw meat. Anyway, I'm looking for. There's got to be water around here. Where's the?
Oh, there's water to your left.
Yeah. Okay, so I gotta go find some water, and I have no choice at this point but to drink some. It's Thicket Excavations. So I'll just jump down on in there and guzzle me some delicious irradiated water. Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch!
Wow, I was like, what's he doing there? That's a really dumb idea. He's going to go right off and drown him. Oh, yep, there he goes. Well,
I was trying to be awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Those things help us out a lot. Also, join us over at Sugar Bombed for community, discussions, and gaming news.